Good one. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the cooking competition here at World Skills Barbados. We've just had the first group complete Module 1 in the cooking competition. And I actually have the plated dishes here, and I have two competitors here that we can speak to. I have Jessica Cummings and Shaquan Graham. And I will start with you as you're closer, Shaquan. Can you tell me how it was for you?
The competition went well. The competition went well. The only thing was the fire alarm going off, which is beyond our control. But we got back together, and I believe my dish came out well.
So, and how about you, Jessica?
The competition was good for me. It was a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm not so used to all the audience and all the eyes, yes please. But it was actually good, and other than the fire alarm, like Shaquan said, it went smoothly, yeah.
So we can actually see your dishes on camera. Can you tell me what you call your dish and how that process went about for you?
My dish was a cream of tomato cream of tomato and basil soup, with a parmesan tuile and a poached egg. The one problem I had was not having the ripe tomatoes, so I had to substitute with the cherry tomatoes. I added the cream, which brought down the color from red to the orangish color. It looks like the poached egg, which I did at the end with when you cut it, it has a runny center, and the parmesan tuile, which is to give a crisp on the dish.
Shaquan. So anyone wants to have these dishes, you can give Shaquan a call, and Shaquan is going to be able to sort you out. And Jessica, let's hear about yours.
My dish was a cream of roasted garlic and cauliflower soup, as well as a carrot and basil caviar, and a cheesy crispy fried tortilla.
A cheesy, crispy fried tortilla. That is a serious dish that you put together. That's a lot of ingredients in that dish, Jessica. Okay, so tell me about how your preparation went for the competition.
Training it got cut short due to the fact that I had COVID, but I still practiced a lot at home. We had a final session which was very, very helpful. Coming into the competition I didn't know if I had enough, but after today, I think I'm confident enough to go through the whole competition.
Of course, you're going through the whole competition, Shaquan. And Jessica?
Preparing for the competition was the same for me. Because of COVID, we had less training days, but I usually train at home as well, so it was I could hold my own.
Okay, so that means that your family members know these dishes very well, so they know exactly how you did today. Thank you, Shaquan and Jessica. Best of luck to you in the competition. You're back here again tomorrow morning. You're going to go home and get some rest? Or you're going to go home and practice again? Okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have the mystery meat and mystery herb. We have two cooking methods, poaching and gratinating, and the skills test is omelette, 2-egg omelette.
How are you? You're going home and rest as well, Jessica? Are you practicing tonight?
I'm going home and practice tonight. I have a lot to practice, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Shaquan and Jessica. As I said before, best of luck to you guys for the rest of the competition. All right? So there you had it, Shaquan Graham and Jessica Cummings, two competitors from the first group here in the World Skills Barbados Cooking Competition. They're actually both from the Barbados Community College. If you look at their dishes, definitely looks like international standard, and it seems like the future of hospitality and cooking in Barbados is actually in very good hands. So signing off for now. We will be back shortly. Restaurant service is going to start shortly, and hairdressing. So see you there. Thank you. World Skills. World Skills. Thank you. Water? Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. And I'm sure you can tell that it's time for the restaurant service competition here at World Skills Barbados 2020. Again, and welcome back. So, restaurant service competition is about to begin. 4 competitors, they're all from the Barbados Community College Hospitality Institute. Shortly, I'm going to have joining me is Mr. Roderick Prescott. Roderick is actually an instructor at the Barbados Community College Hospitality Institute, and he is one of our skill advisors. He was one of our experts who attended the World Skills International Competition in Kazan in Russia. So, joining me, Roderick. How are you doing, Roderick?
Thank you. Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm well. I'm well, Roderick. So, tell me, I saw you running around a lot this morning, a lot of work in preparation for the competition. Can you tell me what the competitors will be doing this afternoon?
Yes, this afternoon the competitors would be doing the bar module of the restaurant service skills area competition. And the bar module encompass the competition areas. You want me to hold it? Are you good? You good? Okay. Okay. It would include non-alcoholic or mocktail, as we know in the industry, component. Then there is a champagne service component, which also includes the service of canapes. And there would be the classic cocktail
That's the cocktail we know that has the alcohol in it.
that has the alcohol. Yes, the one that everybody loves.
So that's why everybody's here lined up to go and be served.
Right, that is right. That is right. Absolutely. And then finally, we have the fruit carving.
Can you tell me a bit more about the fruit carving? Because I'm not sure that's something that we see a lot here in Barbados, the fruit carving.
Yeah, the fruit carving really showcases the competitor's ability to prepare fruit and peel and then cut in various designs and plate for customers. So technically, although we're doing it here in a competition, in the industry, it's something you can do live in front of a customer.
So almost you go to the restaurant and there's a live station and you watch your fruit being carved right in front of you, served as fresh as possible.
Yes, yes. So part of the curriculum for many of these students would be carried on service, advanced service techniques, and that is where they would hone their skills for that.
Okay, so Roderick, tell me about, so when we think restaurant service, some people say waiters, but being at the World Skills International Competition, it is not just, as we say, go and learn to be a waiter or what's not. This actually requires some serious, serious skills. Can you tell me about the skills required to be at the top level for in restaurant service?
Yeah, definitely. Well, over the next 4 days, we will be testing the students in all those various areas, whether it be like today, we're doing bar, so mixology, understanding the various components that go into a cocktail, understanding flavor profiles, marrying the flavors together, what can work, what can't work. And then tomorrow we have a barista, coffee. So, understanding how to prepare some of the classic coffees, the Americano, the espresso, the cappuccino.
So I also heard there's a coffee, I think Irish coffee that has a bit of spirit in it.
That has a little bit of spirit in it as well. So specialty coffees, that's a category as well. And then they go on to the banquet dining, which is another type of service, which then they are going to be performing silver service. So using the spoon and fork to serve the customers at the table. Fine dining includes a lot of the carried-on type of service, the preparation for preparation in front of the guests. So they'll be doing a Caesar salad in front of the guests. They'll be doing beef stroganoff, and then they'll also be preparing a cheese plate in front of the guests, as well as, I should mention, decanting a bottle of red wine.
Can you explain the process to those of us who do not know about decanting wine?
Well, decanting wines typically takes place where the bottle of wine, if a guest orders a bottle of wine and it's a very old wine, doesn't mean that anything is wrong with it. It may have some sediment which would have accumulated over the aging process for the wine. So decanting the wine allows now the server to separate the wine which is going to be consumed by the guests from the sediment that's in the bottle. Okay, so that when you pour, you're not pouring sediment into the customer's glass.
So in layman terms, it's straining the wine.
We are doing a process which would allow you to separate the best part of the wine from the little bit that which would be left back in the bottle, which will contain the sediment. But we wouldn't be using a strainer.
Of course not. So Roderick, finally, I just want to hear what your thoughts are about World Skills and how World Skills can help Barbados.
Yeah, definitely. World Skills will allow all competitors and students, even those who may not have competed at their local institutions, not made the cut, but it allows them to carry forward in their pursuit of excellence in terms of building their skill level and building it to a level which is competitive with international standards. You know, for me, that's where it's at.
Thank you very, very much, Roderick. I know that you're very busy, and I can see everybody's looking to Roderick for his assistance. As I said, Roderick represented Barbados at World Skills Kazan, so he's actually assisting us here as a skill advisor. So, Roderick, thank you very much. I'll let you go away and do your duties.
Yes, please. You hear them calling me already. You hear them calling me already.
Oh, yes, the phone is ringing. Okay, Roderick, thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, so restaurant service about to begin. We've had cooking. You saw the dishes. And later we will have hairdressing as well. Looking to start. We'll have some highlights from that again. So thank you very much for joining us. We will be back shortly with some more highlights from the World Skills Barbados 2020 competition here at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center.
My name is Oshari Bonzarant. I'm 19 years old. I'm doing restaurant service in the World Skills Barbados. I attend the Barbados Community College Hospitality Institute. Well, I am pursuing currently culinary arts at the Hospitality Institute. I enrolled in this area of training because I always had a passion for cooking and that stuff. So when I came here and they also do restaurant, I also realized that I have a lot of people, so that really pushed me into that area of the food and beverage service. I learned about the World Skills program through one of my tutors at school because he represented Barbados actually last year attending it, and it was a very good, he talked very highly about it, and that's something that I wanted to do because I want to experience life outside of Barbados and how people in different cultures do different things. So that was a really push for me. So COVID-19 has affected the training preparations very, very much because knowing masks and having to stay social distancing, that really affected us. And not knowing when we were able to do training because we were on lockdown, so that really played a major part in the training. But now that we were able to start back training, we learned how to maneuver during it. Well, my participation in competition has helped me grow on my technical skills and my social skills because technically we start at a basic level, right? And then in this competition, you learn so much more than what you're accustomed to. So that has improved my skills technically more because the way you would normally do say fold a napkin, you learn there are different ways and other technical ways to fold a napkin and that sort of stuff. And socially, I'm very like a social butterfly, so it's really helping me to get out and interact with people more, even though that's my start to speak. So I like that. Well, I don't want to sound complacent, but I feel like I could win the competition. Well, my plans after World Skills Barbados 2020 is to further my studies overseas, and also when I'm renal or when I win, I would like to go and improve my training so that when I do the 2022, I would be top of my game and bring home the medal for Barbados. Right now, at the moment, I want to be a personal chef, but you never know what may happen in the years to come. So right now, I love kitchen, but I'm learning to love restaurant more. So you just have to be flexible, right? Because you never know what can happen and what may open up before a personal chef job may open up. So I just try to be an all-rounder in this industry in case of anything. You never know what may happen. The competition has assisted me a lot because people even want to do personal chef, people want a certain standard of service, and the World Skills program is really a high standard of service, so you can't get any better than that.
World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills.
Hello, everybody. It's time to go and check out that new outfit that you'll be wearing to the closing ceremony. We're going to check out the Fashion Design Technology Competition at World Skills Barbados 2020.
My name is Zabra Messiah. I am 17 years old and I will be competing in fashion technology. I will be representing the Barbados Vocational Training Board. I am pursuing garment making. I enrolled in this because I wanted to do something correlating to art, so I wanted to give it a shot.
How did you learn about the World Skills Barbados 2020 competition, and why did you choose to enter this year?
My teacher brought it to my attention and it was something that I never did before, so I wanted to give it a go. My training is going great so far. I touched on draping, construction, and I love illustration drawings. COVID hasn't really affected me in a way. It gave me more time because it delayed the competition, so I got much more time to work on certain areas that I wasn't really strong in. I plan to further my studies at another fashion institute, either here or overseas. I would like to have my own fashion house dealing with a specific target market with my abstract styles.
How has the competition assisted you in working towards your goal?
It helped me to understand certain things about the fashion industry and how well I will work under pressure.
What advice would you give about entering future World Skills competitions?
The advice I would give is it is hard, but don't give up. Hang in there. If you're really determined about it, continue with it.
World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. world skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do, building up our economy. Barbados, we will improve. World skills, world skills, world skills, world skills, world skills.
Hello and welcome to the 5th Biennial World Skills Barbados Competition. We are here at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center, LESC. You have the competition from November 19th to the 22nd. World Skills Barbados, through TVET Council, which is the member organization, we are members of World Skills International. We've been full members since 2017 and associate members since 2011. The World Skills Barbados program is a program geared to raising the level of the national TVET system. Right now, our TVET offerings, our skill-based qualifications, are at mostly level 2 to level 3. And by that I mean we have workers who are semi-skilled, who will work with little supervision, and then we have those at level 3 who are our technicians, our supervisors. But we really want to strive for skills excellence, and that's what World Skills is about. We want to create those innovators, we want to create those persons who will develop systems, not just fix or maintain systems, but we want persons who can develop and innovate. And that way, that's going to help drive the economy, because persons can then manufacture and create things, and then you can also export, create employment for persons. So that's what we are really about at World Skills Barbados and TVET Council. That's where the vision is going, and that's where the world is at, and we need to be there. So, over the next 4 days of competition here at Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center, we will have fashion technology, graphic design technology, hairdressing, and of course in hospitality, cooking, and restaurant service. And at Simpson Motors, over the weekend, we're going to have car painting. The judges will be looking for the techniques that the competitors use, ensuring they use the correct processes, and of course, looking at that end product. How good does your food taste? How is your service in restaurant? How nice is that hairdo? How are those graphics? Is that ready for that IG poster? And of course, that new outfit to wear to the closing ceremony on December 1st, 2020. Our spectators, we're open to the public. You can come on in and see us, obviously observing the COVID-19 protocols, as these are the times that we're living in. But also, with thanks to the Media Resource Department, you can join us online at the Media Resource Department's YouTube channel and World Skills Barbados Facebook channel. The winners of the World Skills Barbados competition are eligible as long as they meet that criteria, in that they have to score 80% or more in the competitor developmental program and 75% or more in completing the technical skills here at Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center. As long as they meet that criteria, they're eligible to represent Barbados at World Skills Americas. The date to be confirmed, obviously it's been postponed because of the COVID-19 pandemic. And then World Skills International postponed to September 2022, which is going to give us more time to make sure that Barbados brings home gold. After doing some research about those countries that do well at World Skills International, we found that they have the secret to being the top performers at the World Skills International competition. We need to start training our young people earlier. So let's take, for instance, car painting. No secondary school in Barbados currently does car painting. But you can only do car painting when you reach 16 or when you leave secondary school and move on to the Samuel Jackman Prescott Institute of Technology. We're saying that persons at 13 and 14 years old need to be involved in skill-based qualifications, not just those theoretical-based qualifications. Persons need to be in CBET, competence-based education and training in technical skills. That is the only way we are going to be able to compete with the rest of the world. And it goes twofold. When we start earlier, it means that just as if an individual went to secondary school, moved on to college or A-levels, and then on to the university, by 21, 22, they will have a degree level qualification. The same thing we are trying to promote with our technical qualifications. We need to make sure that our persons who are going through the TVET stream or the technical stream are able to achieve degree level qualifications here in Barbados and don't have to fly out and obviously pay a whole heap of money to do that. That's what we're really trying to do here in Barbados. Raise the level of the national TVET system. So you don't have to worry when you come into the Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center. You observe the COVID-19 protocols, obviously adhering to the rules of the Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center. We will have sanitizing stations throughout the competition. Thanks to one of our sponsors, we will also have sanitizing kits for each of the competitors and the judges. We will also sanitize at the end of every module, and at the end of every day, there will be full sanitizing of all workstations. So you don't have to worry. We will be following all of the COVID-19 protocols. So make sure that you come on down and join us. If for whatever reason you can't come to Lloyd Erskine Sandifer Center, please join us online. As I said before, the Media Resource Department's YouTube channel or World Skills Barbados Facebook channel. See you there.
World skills, world skills, world skills, world skills, world skills.
Stand by for more of World Skills Barbados 2020. We'll be right back.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the World Skills Barbados 2020 competition. I have back with me Roderick Prescott. We had a little issue just now with the restaurant service competition, but we are ready to start, ready to begin. I can see the guest dinners are over here, very anxious and ready for these mocktails, as they're called in industry, the sparkling wine or the champagne service, and those classic cocktails.
Yes.
So, Roger, you want to tell us something about those? What the process for the non-alcoholic cocktail, the mocktail?
Yeah, so the non-alcoholic cocktail, the students would have had a process of selecting ingredients. We would have narrowed down the ingredient list. They would have selected ingredients for their mocktail, and they would have practiced them maybe a few times, and now we are going to see how well received they are by our guests.
And just to confirm, a mocktail is a non-alcoholic cocktail.
Non-alcoholic cocktail.
Okay, and the classic cocktail will be the regular alcoholic cocktail.
Yes, yes.
Okay, and the sparkling wine that we have, is this from regions of France? Where is this wine from?
I believe the wine is from Chile. Yeah, so Chilean sparkling wine.
Chilean sparkling wine. Okay. All right. So we are about to begin. Is this the mise en place that they're doing here? Or?
Yes, they are now coming to the end of their 15 minutes of mise en place, which the judges would have allowed them to do preparation of garnishes, get their glasses together, get their ice, all the pieces of equipment, and then afterwards they'll be ready to receive their guests.
Okay. All right. So to name the competitors, you can come this way. We have O'Sherry Von Durant, Jay Paris, Toquanja Giddens, and Shanika Cadogan. All competitors from the Barbados Community College Hospitality Institute. Right? They will be in their final year of their associate degree program at BCC, right?
Yes.
So could you tell me about the program? Is it culinary arts, or are they doing hospitality, or is it a mixture?
They are all enrolled in the Culinary Arts Associate Degree Program. As you said, it's a 2-year program, and it's coming up to the end of their first semester in their second year, so it's a busy period of time for them with projects handed in, exams around the corner, and then the nervous jitters that you get with competition as well. So I think they're handling themselves very well.
Right. So Roderick, you were an expert for Barbados at the World Skills Kazan competition, right? Can you tell me a bit about that experience for you?
Yeah, that experience was really great. It allowed me to see firsthand how we can rate our programs against international standards. And, based on what I would have seen, based on what the competition was like in Kazan, well, definitely at Barbados Community College, the curriculum definitely meets the criteria for the international standards. And even the other organizations in Barbados, the Barbados Vocational Training Board, their standards are pretty much very high as well. So pretty much across the board in Barbados, I believe the institutions are doing a good job in keeping their curriculum current and making sure that the students are benefiting from the best quality of education.
So for our preparation for Kazan, we had some experts from Brazil. I think his name is Andre. I can't remember. Is Andre from Brazil?
Andre, yeah.
Right? Right. So he came up. How was that experience working with someone who was so seasoned in world skills?
Yeah, because although our I said our standards are pretty much on level with the international standards, when it comes to competition, there's some little intricate things that you really need to know. And if you don't know, then you're not going to benefit from maximizing the amount of points that you can score in judging. So that opportunity to work with Andre and benefit from all the inside tips, that helped a lot in preparing Danny Mears, which was in last year, Kazan. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Roderick. I know that you're busy. You're about to start the service of the non-alcoholic cocktail, so the mocktail, sorry, use the correct terms. Mocktails. So I will allow you to go ahead and work. I will continue, and we will return to you. All right?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So the competitors are actually vying for an opportunity to represent Barbados at the next World Skills International competition, which is scheduled for Shanghai in 2022. It was scheduled for September 2021, but it had to be postponed because of obviously the impact of the pandemic. the World Skills Americas competition, a date for that competition also needs to be finalized so that we will see which of these 4 competitors will get the opportunity to represent Barbados at the international and the regional competition. I actually have here with us a past competitor. We have Danny Mears. So I am going to ease over here to find Danny Mears so Danny can tell me a bit about his experience at World Skills Kazan. Hi, Danny. How are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm well. Danny, you were in this exact same position 2 years ago, 2018, when you were at the World Skills Barbados competition. Can you tell the viewers about your experience at World Skills Barbados 2018?
My experience was a very nerve-wracking experience. It had a lot of preparation, a lot of time, effort, dedication, training had to went into what we had to do. We had rigorous training at Palm Marine, like consecutive days throughout the week, staying late after school. That's the bulk of the preparation for the restaurant service. And then for our experience here at BMX, it was a great experience. I mean, it was nerve-wracking, but nonetheless, when you really get into what you were doing and you understand what you're doing, it just becomes easier.
So if World Skills Barbados, as you said, we partnered with BMX in 2018. If that was all nerves for you, can you tell me how it was to fly halfway across the world to participate in a competition with 35 plus other competitors? How was that for you?
It was my nerves times 50, honestly. Like my initial reaction was like, whoa, because what? Because I honestly was not looking for the competition to be at that magnitude, and it really opened my eyes a lot. So over the course of a couple of days that we had before the competition, I was able to gauge, okay, I have to do this, I have to prepare this, I have to, have a mental plan and stuff like that. But from the onset, it was just extremely nerve-wracking. But nonetheless, through the skills that we have learned in preparation for Kazan, Russia, I was able to, maneuver and just be quick on my feet. So it wasn't so much of I was blank, but eventually I know what I had to do, and it became easier.
So I'm hearing you saying time management definitely was one of the things that you had to really work on. And what I want to say as well, Danny has given his time. He's returned to World Skills Barbados 2020 to ensure that the next crop of competitors actually have some assistance. They have someone now who's walked the walk that can advise them and help them. And he's also assisting World Skills Barbados with the setting up and the running of the competition. So he's been through the competition, and he is now giving back to Barbados, World Skills Barbados, and the future of the restaurant service competitors. So I want to thank you for that, Danny. I know that you are just as busy as Roderick. I see they're about to tell the guest diners to start up. So I will allow you to go to prepare for that, and we will be back with you shortly with some more highlights from the restaurant service competition.
My name is Jay Paris. I'm 18 years old. I go to BCC Hospitality Institute. The skill area that I'm in is restaurant service. The area that I'm studying in is culinary arts. I just started last year. This is my second year at school here at the BCC Hospitality Institute. From young, I was very interested in cooking and restaurant service and just dealing with customers. It was from my mom. It was just a knack for me. She taught me everything that I need to know. When I got here, it was just easy for me. I learned from it from my tutor, Mr. Prescott. The reason I enrolled in it is because I saw it as an opportunity to pursue and just learn from my experience. Training has been well. It's a bit tiring, stressful, but I believe I'm going to get through. COVID-19 has affected it a lot because in the beginning I was very, very excited for the competition. As COVID-19 came around, it started to dull my spirits a little bit, but it's coming back up again. The competition has helped me in so many ways, taught me things I didn't even know, and shown me stuff that's very new to me. My chance of medaling, the competition is very, very strong this year because of my fellow colleagues and the others are competing, but I believe I have a chance of medaling. My plans after the World Skills 2020 competition is just to finish my studies, continue to pursue in restaurant service and in the cooking area, and just to follow my dream. My future career goals is to become one of the best chefs in Barbados, to open my restaurants in Barbados and throughout the Caribbean, to encourage tourists to come to the Caribbean and to the island of Barbados. The competition has assisted me in so many ways. It has taught me, as I said, it taught me things I didn't even know, skilled techniques that my coach, Miss Osborne, has taught me, encouraged me to learn and pursue, get better. Advice I would give to the future is that in this competition is a lot of time and effort put in. You have to sacrifice a lot and just motivate yourself to do the best that you can.
World skills for young and proud Bajans. World skills, creativity and innovation. World skills that shape our world-class workforce today. Be leaders in all we do. Building up our economy, Barbados we will improve. World skills, 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 world skills.
Is this competition bringing back memories for you?
Yes, it really has been. From the onset, from setting up, even to know. From setting up to know, it has been memorable. Like the memories are just coming back, even from setting up, from preparing, from debrief to our chats as expert and competitor. It really brings back a lot of memories.
Yeah, that's good. On camera now, you see our competitor at station number 1, or Sherry Von Durant, and she's making her cocktail. And see, she's adding her ice. You remember what you did for your mocktail?
No, I cannot remember. I think it was a cocktail from another country.
From another country, yes.
We would just have the ingredients and the method of making it, but prior I would not have that knowledge.
Right. Yeah. So that was the Kazan experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
So being able to think on your feet, work quickly, and just adapt to the situation was a very good experience, and it's something that you can take with you even beyond the competition.
Right. Yeah. And how did you deal with the time pressure? They have 30 minutes to serve their guests, interact with their guests, and do all the other things. What about the time pressure? How did you handle the time pressure?
The time pressure obviously was a major factor. Even though looking onward, it seems like 30 minutes is quite a bit to do 6 cocktails. It really, when you're actually in it, the time goes extremely quickly. But how I dealt with it is that instead of saying I have 30 minutes, I have 25 minutes. So 5 minutes would be extra for me to, like, if I slipped up anywhere, if I need to change anything, that 5 minutes would allow me to make any necessary changes.
Yeah. So we see here, I think, O'Sherry, she's using mango, the juice drink.
Yeah, she's building.
And I see she's building it in the glass.
Yeah.
She has something at the bottom there. I can't remember.
Probably grenadine syrup or
Grenadine syrup, probably.
Cranberry
Yes.
or cranberry juice.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the syrup.
Yeah.
It looks.
So she's going after that tequila sunrise effect.
Yeah.
With her mixology and creating her mocktails.
So does this bring back any memories for you as well?
Yeah, it does does quite a lot, especially the long nights that we had to spend preparing for Kazan.
Yeah, preparation.
Preparation, all the training that we had to put in.
I think preparation, aside from competitors actually competing, was a major factor. And
yes,
people may just think, man, preparation may just be minimal, or it may just be, okay, you do it just the night before. Preparation takes longer than that. This is months of preparation, time, energy. Even reminiscing about the competition, throughout the competition, I hardly saw you.
Yeah,
it was that intense.
That's very, very intense. So O'Sherry is now finishing up her cocktail for her guests, and she would have introduced herself. Part of the judging criteria would be how well she introduces herself to her guests, explain the cocktail, as you see she's doing here now on camera.
Yeah.
She would have allowed them to watch her go through the steps of creating the cocktail, and now she'll be looking to garnish that cocktail. That mocktail, I should say.
Yeah.
And then serve her customers, serve her guests, and we'll be able to see those wonderful smells when they taste it in just a few moments.
And that's another element to restaurant service. The interaction, the talking, the experience is what you are really selling to the customers. It's not just about the product that you're producing. It's the entire experience, from explaining to the guests how the cocktail is built, how it's shaken, how it's stirred, how they have meant, how this ingredients can be fulfilling to them, be uplifting.
Yeah.
So the experience, above all, is honestly a crucial factor, because anyone can probably go and make the drink, but the interaction, the experience is really crucial.
Yeah, especially now in these times, we're island like us, a country like ours, Barbados, that is so reliant on tourism.
Yeah.
And with COVID being a major factor at this point of time, we have to make sure that we excel in all the critical areas to make sure our guests are happy.
Yep.
And to provide them with the best possible service that they can have at any point of time.
Yes. I think she's beginning now to serve the mocktails to the guests.
Yes. Just in the background, we can see Jay Paris, also a student of the Barbados Community College Hospitality Institute. And he is going through his process as well with his customers. Would have just seen him shaking his cocktail. So we have two different methodologies being used here by two competitors. O'Sherry chose to build her cocktail in the drink in the glass, build her mocktail in the glass, and Jay opted to use the shaken method to create his mocktail for his guests.
Yeah.
So yes, O'Sherry is doing a wonderful job here serving her guests. She have 3 guests at each cocktail table, and she's going about serving her second cocktail table now with 3 guests, so she's well on her way. Excellent. And she's given the final bit of information to the guests so they can enjoy the mocktail.
Just now we'll see the smells.
Just now we will see smiles. That's what we're about. So what are you doing now, Danny? After you finish the competition, you went on to UWI?
Yes, I am currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in hotel management at the University of the West Indies Mona campus. Immediately after I got back from Kazan, I had a few days left in Barbados, and then I was on to Bahamas, where there's the department there, the Center for Hotel and Tourism Management.
Yes.
It basically does a lot of the theoretical aspect as well as the practical aspect of the hotel industry. However, know that COVID is basically among us. The operations were more or less suspended.
Right.
And now I am currently just a student at the Mona campus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing your classes online?
Yeah, all are online and all are challenging. But nonetheless, with an experience like Kazan, I was able to adapt and cope under pressure. So with that experience, I am able to sort of emulate what I did.
Right.
And
yes.
it becomes easier throughout the semester, even sometimes where I may feel I'm under pressure. I could just reminisce on the experience and know, okay, time may be against me, but I can still, adapt and come out on top. So
Yes.
this semester so far has been challenging, but I'm hopeful and well on my way to getting all A's.
Okay, fantastic.
So how has the experience in Kazan, Russia, has give you an outlook on teaching, or how you would just basically your perspective? If it broaden your perspective, if you would seek to do things a bit differently, how has that been?
Yeah, the experience in Kazan would have allowed me to, first and foremost, compare what we do at the Hospitality Institute, Barbados Community College Hospitality Institute, and compare that to the world skills standards and the international standards. And we would have competed against 34 other nations.
Yeah.
And just being able to learn from the different ways in which those competitors, but you would have networked with the competitors, I would have networked with the coaches, and just seeing the different perspectives and how cultures impact on delivering of service in different countries.
So how would you say, having that experience, how would you say we can now use our experience now to benefit these four competitors for the upcoming competition in Shanghai?
Yeah, so that experience in Kazan would have allowed me to, come back, share knowledge not only with students but also members of the food and beverage team at the Hospitality Institute, who would then go about delivering the curriculum to the students and impacting them in a way which then they can now have that ripple effect from Kazan to the institute to the students, and then wherever they go on internship or where they at the end of their studies, if they go out in the industry to work or if they go overseas, you see that domino effect of the quality of work they produce.
I had somewhat of a similar experience when I went on to Bahamas, where we would do dining service, and we did lunch and we did dinner, and I was able to use my experience in Kazan, Russia, to help other students in how they would deliver service, how they could adapt, how they could maneuver under pressure, and it was a real help to the students at the Center for Hotel and Tourism Management, and I firsthand saw the ripple effect of how my input and how my suggestions helped the service delivery at the institute in the Bahamas.
Yeah. So we would have seen Jay just garnish his cocktails, and I think in the background you would see Taquanja Giddens, a third competitor. just received her guests, and she was about to make her cocktails. So we will, in a short moment, we'll take a break, and then later we'll come back to the action with the competitors making their mocktails and serving their guests.
Good afternoon again. Thank you, Roderick. Thank you, Danny. Excellent commentary. Obviously, those guys are the experts. They can tell you everything that is happening. Right behind me, you can see the guests, the first service of the mocktail. The competitor in short would be O'Sherry Von Durant from BCC. We are signing off. They are going to do 2 other services. They're going to do the sparkling wine, the classic cocktail, and they're going to do the fruit carving. You want to be here tomorrow to see the barista module in the morning with those coffees, specialty coffee, Irish coffee. I'm told it has some spirits in it, so I'm going to be in that one for sure. And in the afternoon, we're going to have some casual dining. We're going to view the hairdressing competition. We didn't see hairdressing today as yet, but tomorrow we're going to see hairdressing. And if you are here in Barbados and you are watching us, you can come on down to the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Center and visit and view the World Skills Barbados competition and see the next crop of competitors, the future of skills development and excellence in Barbados. Thank you very much for joining us today. We are signing off, and I will see you guys tomorrow.